It's a mighty good word, party folk. I'm your mile high priest. I'm up here up about a mile high on Friday, Venus's Day. Oh, freaking Venus's Day, right? Friday, August 9th, a little later in my day, whatever that means to you. What's good, party folk? I'm just gonna jump into it. This is a Sabian Oracle based reading. I promise. This is the astrology. I don't make these things up. I mean, the messages come to me, and I have to like integrate, process, analyze, vocalize, pass on, right? Anyway, magicians, high priests, high priestesses, kings, queens, royals. This is your Sabian Oracle first quarter moon in Scorpio reading. The first quarter moon is not until Monday morning, or late Sunday night, early Monday morning, depending on where you are at. I am your effervescent mercurial Friday TGIF rambunctious, radical, liberated messenger with your Sabian Oracle and Tarot and other Oracle messages. Your Akashic librarian, your stellar informant, your ninja warrior. What's good, party folk? We should just get into it. I tried to make that. I tried to do away with that intro, and I just like it too much. It's just like, hey, welcome. This is the reading. These are the downloads that I get. This is I want to read to you the title of the Sabian Oracle of the first quarter moon in Scorpio, Scorpio 23. I'm looking back a little bit, right? So I know I laugh a lot. But I laugh a lot. So consider me just a vessel. I look funny, so consider me just a vessel. I talk weird, so consider me just a vessel. I have too much fun, so then consider me just a vessel. I get downloads. I have always received downloads. I used to dream. I don't dream anymore. I mean, I do, right? But like, who remember? I don't remember them because there's a lot going on in my mind. But as I've grown up, as I've grown older, as I've invested more time in learning divination tools, especially tarot, as I've invested time in theology and philosophy, especially based on Tree of Life and the Witch's Kabbalah and Hermetic teachings, I now organize my thoughts a little better. I'm working on my delivery. I understand that I'm long-winded and I'm too intellectual at times, or I'm too abstract at other times. Not that I'm telling you I'm going to water it down, because I think that what's happening is why you're here, and I am not by any means comparing myself, or maybe in a relative form. I love tarot readers, and some readers they declare that they are a particular reader type, and as you can see, I'm all over. So I consider myself like a mystic, which is funny. It's really funny. But like, mystic is very kind of chic. It's very en vogue. It's very, ooh la la. Mid-teens, mid-20 teens, right? Or what decade are we in? I don't even know. 20s, the roaring 20s. Anyway, you're coming from that. You're coming from the roar. And now you're like, meow. So a rabbit metamorphosed into a nature spirit. When something metamorphoses, there is usually a change of appearance and way of behaving or being, but it is still the same being at a core level, just operating on a different plane of expression. So the oracle says you may find yourself having a transformative realization that will take your focus away from your more basic animal instincts to a more spiritual level of perception. So life takes on a different purpose, and a new and more liberating ways of acting in the world become available, in shifting from a focus on the lower chakras, physical and intimate, to the higher chakras, third eye and crown. And when I say intimate, you know what I mean, creative, that. I am trying to water that for YouTube, so I apologize. But we'll get into it. To the higher chakras, third eye and crown, we move closer to our relationship with the universal energy that motivates and inspires us. The transformation can lead to a calmer way of living, or perhaps a more specialized state of being. This can happen through having some kind of religious experience, such as an epiphany, where we find that life changes on many levels, leaving us somehow different and unable to go back to our old ways of being and relating. Welcoming this new state of being can lead to incredible layers of perception unfolding, transforming life into a higher vibration and making life more worthwhile. I want to quote, "I'm not bad, I'm just drawn that way." Quote Kathleen Turner as Jessica Rabbit. And then quote, "The moment we indulge our affections, the earth is metamorphosed. There is no winter and no night. All tragedies, all ennuis vanish, all duties even." Ralph Waldo Emerson. Lord Byron, "I am not that which I have been." All things must change to something new, to something strange. Quote Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Y'all, I know some of these folks aren't the best, but like they're quoted here with some really good like ways to perceive these oracle messages, right? So I want you to take that into account, that when you're flying up to third eye, if you're having these epiphanies, you can go look at TikTok and tell yourself not to go down that psycho route. Don't go down the Delulu. It's okay to like envision a lifestyle, but when you're involving many people, that is very delusional. When you're denying the lower, your security, your physicality, to stay up here in the third eye and the crown, that's cutting it very close to what we are now understanding as just psychosis brought on by spiritual, like tsunamis, like slow the roll. But having said that, you are that is being revealed to you your hidden talents, more importantly your intelligence, and also how it connects to your intuition, your body, right? And you can even be changing what you eat. So vegetarianism could become a hot topic now over the next few months. Perhaps it already is. You could even, y'all, I woke up this morning and I'm like getting ready to, I'm wearing a sweater because I'm getting ready to throw out my entire wardrobe. It's funny. Rapid and total transformation. So remember what I said, slow your roll, because this is rapid and total transformation. And I don't know if you remember last week me going off about how this is the, if you are here and you are vibing with, I want to go down the spiritual path. The spirituality is based in transforming, and it is based in all those centers and how they define or allow your life to unfold, right? And the centers are all the chakras, and it doesn't have to be about chakras. It just has to be about how you relate to the collective, the crown chakra, how you take in what the collective says, take in what the televisor says, take in what the psychic says, take in what the tarot reader says, right? And y'all have been warned. I warned every. I know other readers do too. Be careful who you're listening to. Be careful who is reading for you, right? Like, for example, why would you confide in a friend, even if they're your best friend and they're like just a read, like they just read for fun, like you, but you're asking them serious life altering types of, you're asking them to help you make a life altering decision. Are you connecting those dots now? Are you connecting the rush, the experience, the quick reaction that you can have to after having an epiphany? Okay. And it could just mean like you had a realization and then you're like, I want to go see the tarot reader. What is the tarot going to tell me? It's that sort of like example, like relax. But there are a lot of amazing professional and non-professional tarot readers as well. So, chill. So you're moving into a new level of being, raising one's vibration, complete changes, psychic attunement, losing one's desire, charge, that charge to be intimate, right? So it's almost like pausing, or like what I get is, so this was my thing, is like coming from giving into one aspect of life more over another. So money making and relationship, or just having a lot of sexual relationships, turning that leaf over because you've had an epiphany, you've had a realization. Maybe you've been mistreated. Maybe you ran with your appearance and used it. It's beyond like pretty privilege, right? But it is involved in pretty privilege. More so how you use your ways, your ooh-la-las, your body, how you amp your ego, how you display physicality. It could be involved in how others perceive you as like charming or really beautiful, or you could be on the offense, or on the other side where you're realizing that you've left yourself out of the game because you suppose that because you don't possess that physical or tribal identity, or like you can't identify in a large group, that then you are not intelligent enough to be a part of a collective, and therefore you may have been missing out on certain fields of education, certain like types of decision making. Maybe you've left decisions up to others. And so hear me out again, even if you're coming from being left out, like I said, even someone who has been on the other end of that spectrum, so someone who has made a lot of money and had a lot of relationships, right, or has a lot of relationships, like who are they listening to? Who has told them, right? We all do know who. It is part of a collective, right? It is part of that unconscious way of living. It is part of the unconscious collective to fall back on our looks, to fall back on our physical attributes, to fall back on our intelligence that is ego-based and egoist-based. Okay, so not intelligence for the collective, but now you're seeing what intelligence for the collective means what keen intelligence means, what intuition means, versus what being smart or a know-it-all means, right? Or being a manipulator, but in a bad kind of manipulation tactics. Because to be human is to be manipulating, and that could be too, like you took a step back, you're like, let me breathe. Maybe you've never meditated, or you're like, maybe you've never been into tarot, or like your friend was your only reader and they gave you the wrong information and you lost a lot of money. And so I'm not laughing, I'm so sorry. But again, the caution is to not neglect that, right? It's okay to be turned off for a minute, but like, hey, you're gonna have to come back to the middle. Like, it's not all about the crown. It's not all about being spiritualized. Again, go watch TikTok and go see all those spiritualized freaks and what they like mumbo jumbo. They're like blah 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 blah. 2222 332. Like, okay, y'all, like the numbers are personal to you. Go look them up. Joanne's numbers, whatever, Google it. And like, that's part of the message too, that'll come up. And I'm not giving you all the answers to the test, but it is about you realizing where you are at, and that this can be a rapid transformation. And for those of you who know yourselves enough, who are self-aware enough that you make quick fire, fast decisions, you need to stop, slow down, smell the roses, because this is spiritual. This is involved in brain chemistry and pineal gland and physiological, like heart pump, blood pumping. Okay, it's slow, maybe slow. You know, this is all physiological and biological. And did you forget? Because you've been on the phone for the last 15 years, have you put down the phone and like felt what your body feels like? Things like that. Like, relax, take a nap. Like, maybe you finally got sleep or something. And also like those lower tendencies and behaviors, like you do have to, in a way, tend to them, where you were feeding the monster, right? Now you're tending to your truth. And I wanted to paint the picture of, like, it has been a very, and I'm watering this part down. It has been very black and white, our society, right? It's been black and white. And now we introduce this like intelligent vibration, this collective intelligent vibration of like, we're no longer going to put up with a lot of those fears and a lot of the manipulation tactics that are based in fear, that make you feel, that drive that fear to make you feel insecure and make you feel undeserving, unwanted, unworthy, uncool, unvibe, unpretty, like all the things that make you feel ugly and unworthy and not invited, all the things that make you feel FOMO, like all of that. You're realizing when you gave into all of that, that's the reason why you're like churning up here. You're like, what is going on? And that's the reason why you're having all these like realizations. And so you are in a healing process. So you should take several naps. You should go to sleep. You should drink a lot of water. That's like my favorite thing that's my favorite advice in the world. Hydrate. Don't overhydrate, and make sure you introduce minerals, electrolytes. Once again, I'm not a medical professional, but I sure do love my medical team, my medical services, my clinical services, my science services. They're fine people too. They're very intelligent. So living in the black and white, and so even if you have been living in, so what if you were born very secure, right? What if, this is what I mean, like, we've lived in that black and white, like, you, like, take this for very basic example, like one person guaranteed success out of the womb, right? Immediately people run to them and they're like, you're privileged, you're amazing, you're gonna do it, you can do it, honey, like, you're a prince, you're a princess, like, keep going, versus person exhibit B over here is like, no, we don't have any money, there's food at home, like, there's McDonald's at home, there's, like, no, why would you think that you can go to that party? Why do you, like, it's that sort of thing, like, you're not invited. And it's someone in your, like, tribe that told you that. It likely wasn't even initially, right? You were warned. And it could be for security, and that's what I mean. Now, security is more intelligent, meaning it's more intuitive. Lean into that. Lean into how you intuit and how you perceive, and if you can have different perceptions and perceive differently, and then acknowledge your truth so that you can perceive your truth, how it vibes with you, how you translate it, and how you transmute messages. Because now that everyone, or a lot of people, are like, third eye, psychic, we're all psychic, we're all connected to, like, each other in the brain or something, like, wow, no, I don't want to know what's in your brain. Like, how are we gonna, like, filter, right? How are you going to determine what's your truth? So again, keep the anecdote of, like, going to your friend who's like, oh, I know how to read tarot, you have a decision to make about a big purchase, a big sale, or a love, or a romantic partner, or a family member, or let me just pull this card, I'm a tarot reader, haha. Keep that in mind. When you're all up here and you're all connected and you're all secure and you're, like, making money, or, like, you're feeling confident and you have enough food in the fridge and there's clothing on your back and all that stuff, and you're like, oh my God, I'm so elevated, and, like, none of, like, the way I look and the color of my skin and, like, who I am, my identity, none of that, like, has anything to do with anything. Ha ha ha, we're connected. Like, okay, TikTok, like, chill out. Like, also, you are gonna want to do something other than just think clearly. What are you gonna do now that you can see clearly now, right? Okay, how long have I been going for? A while. I'm gonna pull one. So it's really cool to be in the Mercury retrograde phase, because I feel that I can review. I know a lot of people tell me that I do read the past or what has happened in the past, but again, I've taken a pause from sign readings because a lot of that is, like, manifestation energy. Like, I don't want to tell you that we're manifesting, but we are. I apologize. We are. I have here Isis Oracle by Alana Fairchild. I don't know all the oracles in this one, so we may just read a little bit of the insight. Wow, look at that. Knot of Isis. Energetic stabilization with the buckle of the beloved. That is so cool. So yeah, protect all centers, right? Truths unveiled. The revolution of Isis. What? I'm gonna Goddess Isis, I'm not wrong. Mercury, archangels, angels, spirit guides of the highest. One message for the collective. For the first quarter moon in Scorpio. Thank you so much. you for being here. I honor you. I honor your path. I honor your decisions. I'm grateful for our energetic exchange. Divine Sunchild, blessings of the Sun Falcon. Y'all, these cards are legit. Protect yourself. Keep grounded because you're going to receive messages. So become clear. It may not be, you may not feel clear. You may not feel a sense of clarity, but you are less attached to thought vibration because you're clearing out old thought patterns and belief systems. So take a nap, take several naps, drink lots of water, and stay grounded, and don't make quick fire decisions. You're in a review period, so you're not feeling as like intimate. So like have a little time to like feel like physically. You may want to like put your hand on your body and be like, I'm a real human. I'm not an app. You're not someone that just scrolls, right? You're not someone that just does like work, okay? Divine Sunchild, blessings of the Sun Falcon. Okay, before I get, we're gonna read it. Lady of the Stars, Priestess of Sirius, Priestess of Sirius, yo. The portal is open until okay, so the first quarter moon in Scorpio is the marker of the closing of this portal, right? The Sirius portal, whatever. I don't know, Lionsgate. Y'all, I'm sorry, Lionsgate sounds like a freaking cult. This is just like over. It's like the summer celebration of the Egyptians and like receive the light. Yeah, whenever I got onto YouTube, I was like, what the is Lionsgate portal? What in the TikTok is this? It hits your destiny. The Jupiterian vibration, right? Pluto, Sun God, Ra, Mercury, Archangels, Angels, Spirit Guides of the highest light, helpful, ancient, wise ancestors, my spiritual guides of the highest light. One card for the collective. Okay. Yes, Blue Lotus intuition. This was here during the pre-meditation. So before I started recording the video, and I did a little pre-shuffle. Blue Lotus intuition. Okay, also very auspicious, very abundant, yeah, wealth vibration, right? But Blue Lotus is, hey, can you bring your clarity down now? Because now you know that you're not insecure. Now you know that your looks, you can max your looks. But do you want to base them on how society treats bodies? Or do you want to look like you want to look like? Do you want to be confident in what you look like? Do you want to wake up and look in the mirror and feel good no matter who told you what you look like? It's like that sort of spiritual vibe. Like, this isn't about like dropping money in the bin. This isn't about like going out and buying all the oils and buying all the rocks and buying all the things and going all metaphysical shops and being like, oh my God, I need this. I need attunement. Like, no, what you need is to meditate and relax. And drink some water. Valor, victory. Wow, Jupiter. Okay. So this is what I mean. Like, Jupiter is so tricky these days. Such a trickster, probably because Jupiter's in Gemini. They're just like, it's like that drum beat. Like, what do we do next? We're so smart. We're so intelligent. We get it. Oh my God, we get it now. Like, what do we do? What do we do? Oh my God. Like, relax. Don't do anything. Wow. 7 of this and 5 of this. Oh yeah. Okay. So there could be like this, you're skipping it because you're like, but good that I told you that you don't have to run into the metaphysical shop and then buy all the freaking workshops and spend thousands of dollars on like an ayahuasca like weekend or something. Like, okay, wait. Goddess Isis, Sun God, Ra, Mercury, angels, spiritual guides of the highest light. Thank you so much. Mercury and Venus, what is good? Thank you so much. To our lunar goddesses, please give us insight into the collective's vibration for the first quarter moon in Scorpio, a very transformative timing. Mars in Gemini, cruelty. Wow. Okay, I'm happy that you're here because now I believe that you will come to a more soothing state of mind, okay? This is why you're experiencing what you're experiencing, and maybe you do need to get that rest so that you can accept that you are in a transformative period, that you are receiving psychic insight, and that you may not have ever felt that you were intuitive, but we have here freaking intuition, okay? And this is a blast. This is the sun and the moon, okay? They're squaring against each other. That's what a first quarter, that's what a last quarter moon is. They square against each other, so they make you feel like you have to do something, or they alert you to something already happening, okay? So watch where you are going. Watch where you are going. I have Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. But you're like being let go, like you're free, okay? You're free from the misery. Did you know? Change. So you're telling me that that's the hard part? It's not. You're so used to the anxiety, the way of feeling in that old vibration that you're like, what is going on? A good change, a divine balance. The freaking falcon child. The sun falcon, divine sun child. Oh my God, the falcon. Jeez. You're being whisked. Okay. So this is, we've been going on and on about it. I do want to read you. We're born princess, and the civilizing process turns us into frogs. Eric Byrne. Okay, so that's why you're return to the sun child, return to you. So like, now that you feel secure and now that you feel worthy, doesn't that give you confidence to make this move? Jupiter in Capricorn, doesn't it make you confidence to act, enact, behave, have a different attitude, just have a whole completely different outlook on the vibe and flow and go? And again, you're not about to drop everything you're doing. You're going to continue to work after you sleep for the weekend, after you rehydrate, after you go see me for a reading from an oracle. I'll be out and about this weekend reading. I gotta get better about promotions, right? Thank y'all for being here. If this message resonates along the way, please hit like if you want to support me and the channel's growth, which is growing, right? Slowly but surely. Thank you for everyone who's helped so much. I am getting like a blast of light. I hope that y'all know that you're not alone in this, right? You're not alone in this. So, but the origin being this, like, you're not gonna, yes. Look, patience, now that you have clear direction, the Chariot. So Cancer and Sagittarius, from now until the end of the year, very fast, very rapid, we've said it. Dad, this is metamorphosis, this is transformation. And so when you consider a rabbit metamorphosed into a nature spirit, look at the rabbit in the Queen of Pentacles That rabbit is not out to procreate and like, you know, be a bunny. Like it's trying to be Jessica Rabbit now, where it's like, yo, you're the one that's objectifying me. I'm here. I'm freaking spiritual, yo. Like, I'm no longer just my looks. I'm no longer just intelligence, and I'm no longer just like a pair of hands that produces money or produces work to make money. I'm no longer like black and white, black or white, black and white, black or white. Like, no, it's coming together. It's all mixed now, okay? It's all like going from lower to upper, okay? Rising from lower vibration, from the dark healing chamber, okay? You're going through a huge, fast healing process up to the light chamber, okay? And you can't stay in either. That's the secret. You got to go between up and down, because you'll start to see the cycles. In spirituality, nothing is that static. And that's why it's difficult to pertain the way that we have been pertaining and behaving. Like, we can no longer suppose that if we work nonstop, that we will create permanent beauty and comfortability in our lives. We know that we have to involve ourselves in a constant, like, re-evaluating. And it is just about patience. And that's a virtue. So when someone says have patience, that means it's going to take your whole freaking spirit. You're going to have to address yourself. You're going to have to be like, what? Me? Patient? I've been waiting my whole life. Good, especially if you feel that way. Good. Stay here with us. Come along now, child of God. You've made it. Okay, so before I go off bonkers over here. Oh yeah, death card, Scorpio. But we said that. We have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio vibes. Pluto vibes, right? We have Leo, we have Sun in Leo, we have Jupiter in Capricorn, and we have Mars in Gemini. Okay, and then we have the Sun and the Moon. So you could be Sun, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or you could have a Moon, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or a Moon in a fire sign. While the Hangman falls on the Two of Pentacles. Then we have the Scorpio, Pisces, King of Cups, right? And we have the Hangman, which is Neptune in Pisces. So it's out there. It's like don't feel wrong about now having these spiritual epiphanies. Don't feel wrong. Don't feel that you are not human anymore. You will come back to your body. How about you come back to your body by resting? Okay, give it a rest. Hang tight. It's perspective shift, right? It can feel like, wow, I'm losing. It's maybe that you're letting go of the BS, right? Can we have clarity on Mars and Gemini, 9 of Swords? All right, so this was my little vision earlier, is just to read the astrology, which is like, I know I'm not like telling you like the sun in Leo squaring against Pluto. I'm sorry, opposing Pluto. Like, I'm going with the Saving Oracle, which is a little wild, and I love it. And we'll get through it, right? With that 9 of Swords, Clarifying Nine of Swords. What does that even mean? 9 and 9. That's divine feminine coming in and being very edgy, like, yo, you gotta relax. You maybe have to look at things a little bit differently before the bigger picture unfolds, because right now it is about locality, it is about you, it's about what's in your heart. But if you're relying too much on the mind, remember your mind is being clarified, so nothing's going to make sense if you're just relying on the mind and the third eye. Even though you're up there, you're like, well, I'm up here, you tell me to be intuitive, you tell me to go with the flow. Okay, well, like that, when I told you to go in the flow and you were like, I'm going to go with the flow. It's like all your teachers showed up, or all the teaching showed up, and you don't have to take them all. Like, you don't have to learn every lesson right now. Like, be more in your space, right? You're gonna come to hear enlightening. I already saw this. You're gonna come to feel enlightened. You're gonna. It's like you're gonna fall. It's like trust fall with your bed, right? Like the bed's gonna trustfully, the bed will catch you. Just it's that fall back, way back, go back, way back, fall back. I know like Bikram was a thing until Bikram was arrested. I don't know, have they? I don't know. But like, that was my favorite thing about Bikram yoga. Fall back, go back, way back. And I'm like, is that a dare? Y'all, Bikram yoga back in the day, that was legit. That was intense. And I know it's effed up. Like, I didn't go to the LA BS. But it was still fun. It was still fun getting called out in class instead of like this passive aggressive format in these new studios where they're like, I'm so legit, like, let me test you. Like, no, you're gonna get effing kicked in the face because I'm a freaking acrobat, bro. I will ninja warrior. So you better be scared. You better go back, all the way back. It's the yoga boo. Okay, wait. We need more clarity on that. 9 of Swords, right? Look at the Tower. This is like your moment, right? Like, no longer feeling FOMO, no longer giving an F about those people you thought were your friends that mistreated you, that really guided you incorrectly. And maybe instead of relying on that mentality now, suppose that you have received clarity, enlightenment, that you are guided heavenly by God, that you are a child of the universe, you are a cosmic freaking evolutionary being. You are not just a body, but you will bring all of that into your body, and you will move, and you will go, and you will not just sit there and watch TikTok videos, right? Oh yeah, there's more here. Yeah, you will not just sit there and watch TikToks. You're about to release yourself. Look, 3 of Wands, you're about to be open sesame. Look, death tries to appear once again. The Truth, Magician, Knight of Swords. More, I love, like, just kind of, I split the deck, and like, I have Death once again, 13. We have Death in the Thoth. We have Death in the Light Sears Tarot by Chris Ann. Okay, Death and Rebirth. This is Chris Ann's version of Death and Rebirth. Okay, it's brilliant here. You can see clearly, but are you under the guise? And doesn't Jessica Rabbit wear all red? It's freaking amazing. You're looking beyond. You're perceiving beyond. It's more than just looks, Maxine, right? But you can look good, boo. You do look good. Look, you look brilliant. You're ready for what you want. What you thought that you didn't want because you were like, I'm just gonna make money. I'm just gonna like be online all the freaking time. Like, who needs a partner when you have a phone? Who needs a partner where you can just fall asleep with your iPhone? It wakes you up. Ding. Hello, iPhone. Okay, but like I split the deck. Ten of Pentacles is Virgo and Mercury. Virgo. Mercury and Virgo. I'm so sorry. I better be quiet now. Okay. Look, the truth. Two of Wands. And Three of Wands. Okay. It is like it's becoming clear, right? You're looking at what's an illusion based on all your 7 chakras, right? Based on your self-worth, based on how many thoughts you have, based on the true ideas, based on your vision, okay? Now that you have a vision, now that you've been alerted to like, oh yeah, your vision, not based in overproductivity, not based in money making and like money generating, but yeah, you can make money and you can generate money. Also feeling better, feeling younger, getting sleep, getting hydrated and looking at healthy options versus degrading, demeaning, alcoholic options, you know, like, do you really have to go on that mind-bending, altering excursion? Why don't you just like listen to a sound bath? Go to a sound bath. Go to the right one. There's plenty of good ones and there's plenty of bad ones. Three of Wands, you see your vision. It's becoming clear. It's becoming clear. What is the Three of Wands? Aries. Sun in Aries. And then Seven of Cups. Venus in Scorpio. Okay, you're seeing the cruelty. You're seeing the games. You're seeing the dark, the shadow. You're seeing the illusions that if you rely too much on shadow, you can see nothing but illusions. Sun in Aries. Or if you tend to your shadow, if you eliminate tendencies that are not good for you, that don't bring you into transformative, abundant. That's the thing, is like being capable of sustaining is where you want to go. Instead, now that you know how much money you can make or how much money you want to make or how you're going to do it, now go deeper. Go. Now don't stay up there. Now the gurus are going to be like, the vision, because that's all I do, right? Like, the vision. But like, okay, now what the hell do you do with that vision? Well, like, bring it into the heart center. Make the plan for you. Be truthful now that you've gotten clarity up here and up there, and that you're no longer like just doing whatever everyone wants you to do. You're not saying yes to everyone, or you're not declining everyone. You're not a hermit anymore. You had to hermit. Or maybe you're the opposite, right? Like, maybe you want to hermit for like a week or so because you're like, this is rapid. I'll be back in a week. You can text me, right? That's the truth. It's involved in planning. It's involved in foresight, right? Intuition, Blue Lotus. So we have the Nine of Swords, that Gemini, Aquarian vibration of like you versus we versus you. Like, how do we come together, right? Because you're in that Seven of Cups and you're getting clarity on your vision and your worthiness and your sight and the illusions. You're removing them, right? This is harsh. This is severe. This is the truth. This is enlightenment. This is enlightenment. We have air qualities here. Two of Wands is it Mars in Aries? Or Jupiter in Aries? And we have Knight of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius. We have Mercury here. You're looking at now what is involved. Not just magic, but not just productivity, not just division, not just creation, not just Christ consciousness, not just co-creation, not just abundance mindset, not just manipulation tactics, but maybe all of them. All of them are involved. How are you going to manipulate your tools to support you? How will you use your tools, your new vibes, your new intelligence, your intuition to allow you to change your perspective and to allow you to continue to be the brilliant, persevering, transformative human being that you are, that you're never without, right? Now you understand. It feels harsh because you were told otherwise. You were told that you would have to work for everything. And you said, I don't have time for anything but to work, right? I don't have time to honor the love that I want, to honor the family that I want, however that appears to you, whether it's just a freaking plant in your freaking office. That's your plants are alive, right? You have to water them. Maybe you don't have to put Pampers on them, but they're still annoying. I was just thinking, like, I know y'all don't think too much like I do, but I'm like, I hate these plants sometimes. We get into arguments. I've given so many away. Okay. So I'm just going to read. Blessings of the Sun Falcon, the divine sun child, Horus, son of Isis and Osiris. Flow to you now, beloved initiate. It is time to allow your life to flourish without limits, to let your light burn bright and without veil, just like the midsummer sun burning without contest in the Egyptian desert. Blessings of the Sun Falcon herald the time when your divine legacy is being born. It is your time to burn bright. The solar principle for which he stands honors creativity and light in all forms, music, art, writing, and more. What is in your heart? Are you building a spiritual legacy in your life now? Even if from seemingly small or impossible beginnings, great things are possible for you and your creative spirit. To allow these sacred blessings to empower your creative birth now, in many ways you are guided to let go of thoughts or feelings that it is impossible or too hard or cannot be done. Honoring the need to create as part of your natural life expression is a way for you to receive these blessings. You are born to shine like the sun. You just are, and there is no question that it will happen. Ciao bella, ciao bello, okay? Buongiorno. Adios, adios. No hay problema, okay? We are way too far into this bus. Y'all hit like, hit share, leave me a comment. Ask me funny questions if you want. Maybe you don't want me to put an emoji under your comment. So you can put in parentheses, no emoji necessary. I do speak in emojis sometimes, right? Okay. Peace. A lot of love. A lot of light. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant white light. Unconditional tough love. Unconditional soft serve love. I'm going to take a nap and then I'm going to go eat popcorn. Well, there are things involved, but I got to get to the popcorn.